Good afternoon, guys. So I'm here again this very afternoon to share with you, and we should look together again the Parabolic Sar strategy. Like I have said previously in previous videos, that the strategy works on all the assets. Not that sometimes that you go to different platforms that people will say, I know V100 is difficult to trade, V10 is difficult to trade, that volatility 50 is difficult to trade, boom and crash is difficult to trade. No, no. This particular strategy, the parabolic strategy, trade all the assets. It trade all the assets. But one thing that is very, very germane is that you stick to the rules. You stick to the rules. You trade what you see and not what you feel on your head. If you want to be making profit, if you don't want to blow up your account. And another thing you have to put into consideration is your stop loss. Use active stop loss. Again, use active stop loss. Don't use mental stop loss. If you do that, it will be very difficult for you to stick to your rules guiding your strategy. And another thing that you should consider is your lot size. Your lot size should not be bigger than your equity. It should not be bigger than your capital. That is risk management. That is where risk management comes in. You have to be very careful so that a single pullback with just a single trade will not wipe off your account. So let us look at this together this morning, this afternoon rather. So what are we going to be looking at is range break. Have you seen that particular asset on a Deriv before? Range break. We have two of them. You have what? Range break 100 and what? Range break 200. You have two of that particular asset. That particular asset, and it is very sweet to trade. Yes, very sweet to trade. So we'll be looking at it with the parabolic strategy. We'll be looking at it with what? The parabolic strategy. So we're going to do that in the next 4 or 5 minutes so that I won't take much of your damn time. So let's check it together. What are we looking at now? What are we seeing on the chart? The market is what? Uptrend. The parabolic indicator is telling us that what? The strategy is what? On uptrend. Is on uptrend. Can you see that? This is it here. And here we have the market here. It's telling us that what? The market is on uptrend. But currently, what are we having? We're having what? A red candlestick coming down. If you go to 5 minutes time frame and look at this particular trade, definitely you're going to see what? A downtrend. This is almost 4 hours. 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth candlestick coming down on 1 hour time frame. Despite the fact that the parabolic indicator is telling us to what to buy. So definitely the market has been coming down for the past 3 hours on 5 minutes chart. So what are we going to do? There is another strategy for via which we can be what? Pick that particular trade, to pick those particular entries on the 5 minutes chart. But don't let us go into that. Let us stick to this particular strategy now. So what are we going to be looking at for on 5 minutes time frame? We're going to be looking at for what? Buy signals only. Buy signal, because 1 hour is telling us to do what? To buy. It's telling us to buy. It's telling us to buy. And before I go ahead, there is one thing again that you can consider in trading. You can see some oscillator on my chart. I will be coming back to that on how to use it effectively with the parabolic strategy. But let us focus on the parabolic strategy for now and see what is happening. So we will be looking at for what? The market was here when the parabolic pump out for what? For buy. For buy. So what are we going to be looking at for on 5 minutes chart? We'll be looking at for what? Buy signals. Buy signals here. Here. So up like that from here. Let me put a vertical line here. So we go to what? 5 minutes now. Let's check it out. So here we have one buy entry in here and we want the trade. Can you see that now? The market went up. Then we have another buy signal here. But the market came down. It came down. It didn't give us the desired profit. So don't forget what I told you in previously using the Bollinger Band. The market came down and closed it outside the Bollinger Band third line here. What are you going to do? Close that particular trade and leave. So this trade is giving us what? A loss. Don't worry. Close that trade and take your partial loss and go. Take your partial loss. Why are we moving out? Let's check it out together. You can see that we have an entry here. We have an entry here, but there was a pullback and the market closes outside the third Bollinger Band line. So what do? Leave that particular trade. Leave that particular. You can see that after the close outside, the market came down. So we have how many candlesticks? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before the market came down. So when do you exit? Immediately this particular candlestick closes outside the third Bollinger Band line. What do? Take your partial loss and leave. Then wait for another entry. So for the past 30 minutes, do you see any another entry for buy? No, until we got here. So we're having what? Another buy entering here now. So we are inside this particular trade. If you are taking the range break now, we are what? Inside another trade because 1 hour is telling us to buy. So we have what? After this long pullback, we are having what? Another entry here to buy. Are we together? So the market is yet to close outside the third Bollinger Band line. So we're still going to be inside this until the next candlestick closes outside this third line before you leave. So we're going to be there. You're going to be there. That's how it works. That's why the Bollinger Band, you use the Bollinger Band to take your exit, to monitor your stop loss zones. Do you get it now? So let's check it out again. If the strategy works on what? On range break. On range break. So let's check out. So let's go. So we're checking out for another entry on 1 hour. The market came down like this. So this is a sell signal, and that sell signal on 1 hour. What are we going to do? Let's check it out. If we're going to have more wins on 5 minutes chart. So when it triggered, the market triggered around this zone. That's why we mark it out from this particular zone. So what do you do here? You go to 5 minutes time frame where you see that the Parabolic Sar pop out on 1 hour chart. Then you switch to what? To 5 minutes time frame. So what are we seeing? The market was here. Don't forget, I said in the previous slide that immediately the Parabolic Sar indicator pop out on 1 hour chart and you switch to your what? Your 5 minutes. Two things. You likely do two things. One is either you join the current trade immediately. Yes, because the market will be, if the market is on that particular, we mark a sell signal on 1 hour. So when you switch to 5 minutes chart, the market is already on downtrend. So you join the particular trade. If that's all got it to over sold zone, so you join the trade. So when you join, can you see it here? The market was here when it pumped out on 1 hour. Can you see how it came down? It came down. Let me enlarge it. Let me enlarge it. Can you see it now? The market was here when it pumped out on 1 hour chart. So it came down for almost 1 hour. Can you see that now? So that's how it works. So it's either you join or you wait for a pullback. You know, we have the pullback here. Then you join the next sell signal. So those two things are the things that you are likely to do. You join immediately or you wait for a pullback and join the next sell signal in that particular direction. Are we together now? So that's how it works. So let's say we join that, we won. So there's a pullback, another sell signal you join. Can you see the market came down? The strategy works on all the assets. So just stick to one or two or three. You don't need to be running around all the assets. And if you want to do that, kudos to you because you're definitely going to be making more profit. And with 2, 3 entries in a day, you are done for the day. I thought that it will give you nothing less than 10% of your equity every day, every damn day, every day. So let's check it out again. There's a pullback here. We have another sell signal here. We join. We want this particular trade. Can you see? That is how it works. That is how it works. We are on range break. We are on range break. 100. So after this one, I'm coming back to do it on range break 200. Then you break 200. So we have another entry here. Do we win this trade? No. It pulled back here. It came back. It came down again. It came back, and it closes outside the tall Boliga. But like, what do? Minimize your loss. Close that particular trade. You can see the green candlestick closes outside the third bodyguard bad line when we entered here. So what do you do here? Minimize your loss. Close it. Don't stay there and be praying. Prayer doesn't work here. Trade what you see and not what you feel on your head. Are we together now? What happened again? We have another entry here. While we are still on sale on 1 hour, the market came back, closes outside. What do? Close it, close it. Then we have another entry here again. What happened? The market came down. Can you see it now? So follow the rules, follow the rules, follow the rules, follow the damn rules, follow the damn rules. Are we together? You follow the rules. So that is how it works. Let's keep checking it out, guys. Let's keep checking it out. We have another sell signal here. Another sell signal here on the range break. And this is on 22nd now. We have another sell signal here down to here. So what happened? So let me put a vertical line. So let's from this particular zone where we carve it out. So let's go check it out. Let's go check it out on 5 minutes time frame. Can you see that, guys? You'll be having more of sell signals. You see, the market was here when it pumped out on 1 hour chart. The market still came down. You won. So let's check it out again. Another sell signal. Where are you? Yeah, we have a ranging market. Then when the market is consolidating, so you just leave that particular asset and go to another one. You can see the market was just going up and down, going up and down. Can you see it until another signal occurred and it came down in that particular direction? So another sell signal again here. One, can you see it now? That is how the strategy works. That is how the strategy works. Look at this very small one here. If you pick this particular trade, can you see the market came back with this green candlestick, closes outside the third Boliga, but what do? You close. You don't stay there and be playing. So that is how the strategy works. That is how the strategy works. You stick to the rules. Let's check one more. Let's check one more before we go. If the market is on uptrend on 1 hour chart, what do? You keep looking for what? Uptrend on 5 minutes. That is how it works. That is how it works. If it is on sell on 1 hour chart, you keep looking for sell on 5 minute chart. That is how it works. And stick to the rules of taking partial loss. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. And on a single asset in a day, you will see more than 5 entries. And out of that 5 entries, you have the assurance of having 3/5, or you win the whole 5 entries. Do you get it now? So when I'm done with this particular one, all the assets, I'm coming back to share with you on how to combine it with what? With awesome oscillator. I'm coming back to do that. So let's quickly check this particular one before we go to confirm that if the strategy really, can you see it? You'll be seeing more of sell because 1 hour is on sale. That is how the strategy works. And don't forget, I said, be mindful of your what? Of your lot size. Don't let your lot size be bigger than your account. So with a pullback, that is that when the market did not go in your direction, you still have enough to go ahead to carry on. Do you get it now? So that is how it works. Meet me in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.